During the Standing Finance Committee earlier this year in February, I reminded everyone that on the 7th of July this year, the government must inform JPSCO of its intentions about the negotiations for a new license. Because if it doesn't, the license that currently exists will be renewed automatically. Automatically. The government responded by saying that the World Bank was going to be providing assistance. And I'm disappointed because after 9 years, the only thing this government has mastered is to outsource its homework. I'm also very concerned, Madam Speaker, that the Energy Council, which was established in 2012 to address issues just like this, has not been convened to provide guidance. Minister, could you say, when you speak, what is the status of the Energy Council? Is this government committed to meaningful consultation with stakeholders in the sector? So let me be clear, Madam Speaker. The negotiations for a new JPSCO license is fundamental to our future, and especially crucial to the twin issues of cost of living and lack of growth. The situation is nothing like it was in 2001, and the minister keeps on saying that I was the one who signed the 2001 license. I was a part of the administration, so I can't deny responsibility, but I was not the minister, just to be clear. Right? So now, Madam Speaker, just as the previous administration, which we were a part of, was bold and visionary in negotiating better terms with cable and wireless in 2000, we too must be bold now in terms of JPSCO. If the World Bank had reached out to me, and when they do, I would have suggested the following areas for reform. Firstly, Madam Speaker, I think the time has passed when we should be granting 20-year license. I think because of technology, we need now to look at what changes can happen in a life cycle of a license. And I don't believe that we should be contemplating licenses beyond 10 years. In fact, I would be satisfied with a 5-year license. Makes sense. Madam Speaker, I would also like to suggest to the Minister, in contemplating what to do in July of this year, that this right of first refusal that the JPSCO now has, which gives them the right to put on new generation without contemplating other sources, other suppliers, that right be abolished and that all future generation be done by international competitive tendering. And thirdly, Madam Speaker, I think now is the time, having lost the opportunity before, to allow the special economic zone operators to be able to provide their own electricity and to supply within the zone. I believe after this, you're going to see exponential growth in the area of economic zones. I also want, Minister, and even though you brought regulations here recently, I believe that JPSCO has to be forced to come to the table to implement the wheeling arrangements that are now in regulations, but they have not been forced to implement. And also, Madam Speaker, we believe that the time has come for a revolution in solar rooftop provisioning, and that can be a tremendous source of power to our people, and I'll come back to that later on. And also, as you contemplate the new license, there is need, Madam Speaker, for greater consumer rights measures to be in place. For example, the removal of exemption of liability, which I believe are provisions that are unconscionable. And we also have to have more elaborate guarantees for service standard in relation to JPSCO. So let me be clear. Our intentions, we are not here to destroy JPSCO. Far from it. The government owns shares in the company. We are here to lower the price of electricity for our people, so that our people will progress with a lower standard of cost of living, and greater economic growth. When the economy grows, everyone benefits, including JPSCO and other producers. Right now, our average electricity use is shockingly low because people can't afford to do what they want with more use of electricity. In developed societies, usage is 2 to 3 times greater than it is in Jamaica. Yes. When the price of electricity is reduced, JPSCO will benefit from increased usage. And also, there are other opportunities for revenue streams by the JPSCO. There's a growing market for electric vehicles, and so on and so forth.